Hey tennis fans, I'm Grace Carter and this is Tennis Now presented by Tennis Express. Get your favorite tennis gear at tennisexpress.com today.
Week 1 at Wimbledon gave us comebacks, curtain calls, collapses, and personal clashes. Today we spotlight the 5 top emotional eruptions from the opening week at the championships, starting with Andrei Rublev. Never one to disappoint when it comes to emotional outbursts. We saw a raging Rublev in a temper tantrum during his opening round loss, and I think we all winced in pain as he slammed on his knee over and over again with his racket. He said he was frustrated with his play and couldn't take it anymore, but it's too costly to damage the Wimbledon lawn, so he abused himself rather than the court. At number 4, rematch as a grudge match. Bad blood was boiling even before Taylor Fritz and Arthur Rinderknecht faced off in the second round, because Fritz was fuming that Rinderknecht called him a whiner for complaining about vocal French fans during their match at Roland Garros. After Fritz won this time around, when they shook hands at the net, Fritz took a parting shot and said, "Have a nice flight home." Now, Taylor is known as a pretty chill guy, but says when someone goes out of their way to take a shot at him, it gives him a little extra fire. Rinderknecht supporters say he was simply standing up for French fans. There was more said, but suffice it to say there's no love lost between these two. Number 3, crash landing. Hubert Hurkacz hurled himself across the lawn for a heroic get and crashed out of Wimbledon in the process. Facing match point in the 4th-set tiebreaker, Hubie made a spectacular diving volley off a passing shot and won the point when Arthur Feast netted the next shot. Hubie paid a steep price for that sensational save, though, injuring his knee and leg. Though he tried to continue playing with a heavily taped knee and actually made another diving attempt, ultimately Hurkacz was forced to pull the plug. Truly a sad moment and deeply emotional seeing young Frenchman Arthur Feast consoling Hubie, who you may remember ended Roger Federer's career at Wimbledon. Number 2, champions collapse. Marketa Vondrousova shocked the tennis world by winning Wimbledon last year, but she couldn't shake the nerves this year or the bold strikes coming from Jessica Buzas Maniera's racket. In her Wimbledon main draw debut, the Spanish baseliner dethroned Vondrousova 6-4, 6-2. It was historic. Vondrousova made history as the first ladies champion to crash out in the first round in 30 years. The last time that happened, American Lori McNeil stunned Steffi Graf 7-5, 7-6 in a rain-interrupted Wimbledon opener back in 1994. It has been a tough year for Marketa, personally and professionally, with a divorce and injuries. But she's made no excuses. Hopefully, she can come back. Topping our list, the Murray brothers' poignant parting. Wimbledon turned on the waterworks with a beautiful tribute to Andy Murray. On Thursday night, Andy and his brother Jamie lost in their Wimbledon doubles opener on center court. That match and the emotional tribute that followed moved many of us on the Tennis Now team to tears. When Andy and Jamie hugged in an extended embrace, you couldn't help but feel all the emotions. Their tennis journey took them from a small town in Scotland to the top of the world. Jamie reached number 1 in doubles and Andy, of course, number 1 in singles. The 15,000 center court fans stood and saluted with a rousing ovation. And it was a tremendous show of respect to see so many champions, including Iga Swiatek, Novak Djokovic, John McEnroe, Martina Navratilova, Conchita Martinez and Leighton Hewitt, and the British players come out to support Sir Andy. A video featuring Novak, Rafa, Roger, and Venus, among many others, paid tribute to the passion Andy always poured out on the court. Holding back tears, Andy summed up his deep devotion to our sport simply and beautifully. He said it's hard because he'd love to keep playing, because he still loves the sport, but he just can't continue. He's not done yet, though. Andy plans to play mixed doubles with Emma Raducanu, and you can bet we'll be watching. So that's our list so far. What made your list?
I'm Grace Carter. See you next time here on Tennis Now.